Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to some Farming Simulator 25 here on Elm Creek.
The most strategic move is the one that meets the right moment.
Rags to Riches challenge, and we are about to get started here as soon as the game loads in. Wasn't going to stream this today, but I got home earlier than I expected. So we're going to do this, and then I will be streaming TCG Card Shop later on this evening. But I did a few more contracts, not too many. There's 2 or 3 extra contracts that popped up. But we did go ahead and get, I moved on to the next month, went ahead and got our pallets loaded up for us to sell. So we'll be doing that and collecting those contracts and see if we have enough to buy field 43. So let's get into the game and get started. Alright, first things first, let's go ahead and accept our contracts. Alright, that leaves us with 508, and hopefully this will give us what we need. We got a lot of stuff here. Yep. Alright, so we are going to buy field 43. Alright, and then if we look at growth here, we do have 83 that is ready to harvest as well. So let's go ahead and drop this off. Now we're going to be doing a lot of around the farm work today. Alright, let's go ahead and hook this guy up to our forage wagon. Alright, now we're gonna harvest our, I think this is the long grain rice over here. And then we're gonna get started on harvesting that sorghum field, which is gonna take most of our stream today probably. But let's go ahead and get this going. I'm pretty sure this is long grain rice, and I'm pretty sure we have the straw cut on for rice as well. We'll see here. Yep. Let's go ahead and get that lowered down. This one's not going to take very long. Where are you going? Now this straw for this field we will be putting into our fermenting silo, as well as, well, we'll probably just leave the straw in here until we get a full load off the sorghum field, and then after that whatever we have left we'll go ahead and sell. So what we're going to do is harvest that sorghum field. We're going to concrete in the bottom part of it for cow barns and goat and sheep enclosures. Just let him get going here. We can look at contracts though. Let's go ahead and look at what we got here. Got a couple of cultivating contracts. Don't know that we'll do those. We might do some of these. Can't do that one, but we can do the rest. We'll see how much time we have once we get our stuff done here, because we are going to set a worker to doing this field when we get through. Get it planted. Why are you coming way back here? All right. Just let him do his thing for a minute. We're just going to let him get going up so we don't have to keep stopping as much. All right, let's go ahead and that. Now our next thing we're going to be doing is saving up for the Big M mower, which I think is about 450,000-ish. We have until November to get it, so we should be able to do that. Now I may not do many contracts in this month. Just really depends on how long it takes to get the sorghum field done and get it finished up and put down the concrete and get all the straw picked up, because like I said, we are going to sell a load or deliver a load of straw to our fermenting silo to start making TMR when we get our grass harvested. Like I said, we will be planting the grass today as well. We're getting a little bit of straw for this field. I mean, it is rice, it's not a regular straw crop, so don't expect to get a lot, but we're going to go ahead and get it. Then we'll go deliver the rice to our production building, and then we will get started on the sorghum field. Like I said, we're not going to be doing a whole lot of contracts from this point going forward. I guess there's a little bit of a path there. But we are going to be doing mostly our farm, especially once we get cows and goats and sheep and stuff. We do need to get the big M mower, we need to get a baler, and eventually I would like to get another forage wagon for holding TMR in, just so we don't have to load it, unload it. We can just fill up the trailer and leave it in there until we need to fill it again. But like I said, this field's not going to take very long. As soon as he gets done harvesting, we'll go ahead and deliver this rice to our production and send him off on that field over there, which is going to take a while. But it will also give us lots of sorghum for our chickens. And eventually, probably going to plant one of these two fields that we have wheat. Probably this one that's up ahead of us. Whenever we get to harvest that one, it will probably be planted in sorghum as well. And we'll probably change that one down over there to put those two fields together and plant whatever we've got. I think it's regular rice over there, which we'll mainly be using for rice oil. Or we might change it to soybeans. We really don't have anything to use for soybeans except for making flour. I don't know what we'll do. We'll figure it out. Probably we'll keep it rice and just combine those two fields together once we harvest those two fields. We'll probably wait to plant it until they're both harvested so we can combine them together. But we do have, the only thing I haven't planted is sunflowers, and I don't have a use for sunflower oil. We're just selling it right now, so I may hold off on planting sunflowers because we do get sunflowers from our greenhouses, and we're getting plenty of sunflower oil right now. So like I said, but we are going to be building other productions, but our next few purchases are already kind of lined out. It's going to be the big M mower, it's going to be another tractor, it's going to be a forage wagon for TMR, and also a baler, and then we need to start building cow barns and such. So that stuff gets kind of expensive as well. So we will be, most of what we make the rest of this year is going to be going toward getting our animals going. But we'll also be looking at buying more land. We are going to check to see what is for sale. Let's go ahead and do that. Nothing we want. As usual, we usually don't get very much. But I'm probably just going to buy the Challenger tractor or the white tractor for the TMR tractor. You know, it will basically just be used to feed cows. They're cheap tractors. They're like 60,000, something like that. I'm not going to worry about upgrading the engine in them because we don't need it. Alright, let's go ahead and switch to him. He is done. Let's go empty this into our production building over here. So we got, what, 11,000. Should make us a few products. Of course, we do have rice coming out of our greenhouses as well, so our productions are starting to produce. Now, we're not going to build any more greenhouses. We have an overabundance of flour right now, so I think we're okay on that front. Alright, let's go ahead and close this up. Let's get him over to the sorghum field and let him get going. Once we finish picking up in that field, we will get our other tractor started on repurposing that. We'll do the fertilizer spreading, then we'll plow, then we'll do another fertilizing, and I think we're probably gonna go ahead and get us a lime spreader. So let's go into here, and we want this right here. We're gonna get this. This is my go-to. We are gonna put extension on it, and we're gonna put the spreading discs. So 55,000. Let's go ahead and buy that. And we'll head up there and get that in a little bit. Alright. Let's go ahead and get finished with this. And we'll get him over to the other field. Like I said, we're going to fill up one time with straw and put that in our TMR production, our silo, fermenting silo that we have that makes the TMR for us. And like I said, we're going to be doing whatever's left in the straw, we will be doing for just to sell, because that we'll be putting 250,000 liters in the all right, let's just park him right over here. Let's get our other tractor. Let's go ahead and grab our fertilizer spreader. We're going to put it on the front because we are going to go pick up the lime spreader. So we will fertilize, lime, then fertilize again. Then we will plow. We are going to go ahead and fill this thing up. Let's actually set this down for now. Yep, it's a little bit heavy for this tractor without the lime spreader on the back. We're going to go ahead and go pick up the lime spreader, fill it up, and then we will come back and fertilize while we're giving the harvester time to get going on that field. Now, I don't know how much we're going to get out of this field. I would assume close to 100,000 liters, but I really don't know. I haven't harvested this field in sorghum. I think when I did harvest it, it was wheat, and we got a lot, but I'm not sure exactly how much it was. But this is a very big field, and it's going to be a huge grass field. But like I said, we're going to go ahead and go get the lime spreader. We're going to start liming our fields for that extra yield. Hello, Lordfish. How's it going? Welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. We're going to go get the lime spreader, come back, fill it up. We'll hook up the fertilizer spreader. We'll fertilize, lime fertilize, and then we'll plow, then plant. While we're going to do the fertilizing ourselves because it will take less time for us to do it. The lime spreading I will let the worker do. But let's go ahead and get our lime spreader back to the farm. Okay, I'm doing pretty well. I had a funeral to go to today, so that was kind of hard, but other than that, I'm good. Got home a little earlier than expected, so I decided to go ahead and stream to get my mind off things. So Speaking of which, I wrote a new song. This is my first farming simulator song I wrote. So let me play that real quick. We'll probably play it a few times today.
Your rock plays gaming and farming simulator 25. All the people showing up in the stream when it's live, doing all the things that all the farmers do, planting and harvesting and tending animals too. Tractors are the tool that you use most of all, but many other machines will keep you from a fall. Planting the fields with planters and seeders, fertilizer spreaders and pulling weeds with weeders, spreading lime to increase the yield.
It is a lot of fun.
Combine harvesters and trailers help seal the deal. Plowing up the fields after we get done, then replanting the seeds. Farming has begun. Your rock plays gaming and farming simulator 25. All the people showing up in the stream when it's live, doing all the things that all the farmers do, planting and harvesting and tending animals too. Many different productions to help bring in the cash. Greenhouse growing crops fast in a flash. Chips and soups and even lots of oils. Bread and cakes selling fast so they don't spoil. Wooden beams and log planks will help you get rich, and a real good winch to pull you out the ditch. Clothes made from sheep, wool and harvested cotton, and plenty more productions that I haven't forgotten. Your rock plays gaming and farming simulator 25. All the people showing up in the stream when it's live, doing all the things that all the farmers do, planting and harvesting and tending animals too. So as you're stopping by and watching some farming, don't forget to hit the buttons that would be charming. All these farming things that I've been explaining, come have some farm fun with your Rock Plays Gaming. Your Rock Plays Gaming and Farming Simulator 25. All the people showing up in the stream when it's live, doing all the things that all the farmers do, planting and harvesting and tending animals too.
All right. My first of farming simulator songs. We're not getting storming right now, but it may be later today. Right now it's just kind of chill outside, but it could get here. I mean, weather's never exact, so. But as of right now, we're good. I don't know what the weather is talking about. I don't really keep up with it. I just let things happen as they do. But my mom talked about it last night when we were talking, and I don't really know what the actual forecast is for us, but either way, I don't let it bother me. So Alright, let's go ahead and fertilize first. This won't take but a minute. And then I'll drop the fertilizer spreader off and let him lime the field. And then we'll get back on our tractor while he's liming, and then we'll come back and do the fertilizing again. Alright. Get over just a little bit. Yeah, my wife's the one that keeps up with weather. Weather doesn't bother me. It does her. I don't stress about it. Nothing I can do about it, so I don't stress about it. I'm staying inside most of the time anyway, so. Alright. Let's go ahead and drop this off here. Alright. And then we'll get him started on the liming. Let the worker do that. Alright, and we can start picking up straw. Like I said, this field is going to take a long time to harvest. It is one of the biggest fields in the map, if not the biggest, and yeah, it's a time-consuming process. But he's doing his liming thing over there. When he gets done, we'll fertilize the field again, then we'll drop off the lime spreader and the fertilizer spreader. We'll hook him up to the plow, let him plow the field, then we'll let him plant the field back with rice, and then he will be done for a while because this field's going to take a while. So, but this is a very fun game. I have, I don't know, 500, 600 hours in it. And I haven't played it for 7 months because there was a glitch for the game sound. I would play for about 20 to 30 minutes and the game sound would just cut off and it wouldn't come back on. And one of the updates they did in the game recently fixed the problem, so I'm able to play again. I've been playing it a lot. But now I'm going to start getting back into a regular rotation. But I do enjoy this game a lot. Lots of different ways you can play this game, and I made things kind of hard. It took us about a year to start making good money in the game because I challenged myself only being able. I started basically with a tractor, fertilizer spreader, and 4 bags of fertilizer, and I had to make all my money from there. Now there are things called collectibles in here which have helped us a lot. I've probably made close to 150,000 off of collectibles. And I haven't been looking for them, but as I found them or my buddy Strickland found them, we've kind of shared with each other where they were so we could get some of those. But I'm not going to be looking for them anymore. Our productions are pretty much making our money for us now. We don't really have to do contracts and stuff anymore. We can concentrate on our own farm work, which is what I'm going to try to do from now on. I might do contracts here and there just to have something to do in months where we don't have much to do, but pretty much we're going to let our productions make money. This field is going to be turned into an animal enclosure area plus a big grass field to feed the animals with, so it's going to be a lot of work involved in this field today, which is this whole stream is going to be pretty much doing that, harvesting this field, picking up the straw, getting it ready for the animals on this end. Down on the bottom end of the field, we're going to concrete it in and put up where we can put up animal enclosures. But before we can buy animals, we have to have grass, so this is going to be turned into a really big grass field. About right in this area here is where we're going to cut off the field back down to the bottom, and that's going to, like I said, we'll make it for animals. But we were nowhere near being able to get animals because we still have to plant the grass and harvest the grass to make the TMR for the cows. Now the grass, once we harvest the grass, we can get sheep and goats, because they will eat just grass, but the cows need the TMR to produce more milk. But yeah, like I said, it is a very, very fun game. I love it. And there's so many different mods and maps that you can play, that there's just thousands of hours that you can put into this game and do something different every time you play. Which I will be doing another series of this pretty soon. I'll probably cut this one back a little bit and start a new series, but I'm hoping that is going to be a multiplayer series with my buddy Strychnine. We have an idea of doing a kind of like a survival challenge where you start off with nothing but a chainsaw, a trailer, and a tractor, and you have to use wood to make money to get all your other stuff. But like I said, that's a plan. Hadn't got ironed out yet because my buddy, he has to work a lot. So alright, let's go ahead and get this dropped off. Well, we'll fold it up. We'll go ahead and fertilize the field again, and then we can get the plow going, and then get him replanting rice in here. Alright, now this one, they come out with a new game about every 2 years. Farming Sim 22 was the last version of the game, and then COVID kind of messed them up on production for Farming Sim 24, so they moved it to 25. I'm assuming, again, this is an assumption, I haven't, why is it not, hold on a second here, may not have to fertilize this again actually. Let's see. Nope, it is fully fertilized. Alright, well that's good. I forget that rice, actually, you get a fertilization when you harvest it. I don't use rice very much, so. Alright, that's good. We can go ahead and get him plowing, and we'll get back to picking up our straw. But yeah, I'm assuming Farm Sim 27 will be the next version of the game, but I haven't heard, so it could be they may keep the whole doing it every 3 years thing. I don't know how they've planned on doing it. So, but they come out with new versions of the game, and they're completely the game. They always add new stuff to the different versions. So I don't know how it's gonna be, because Farm Sim 25 kind of threw off they did come out with one every other year. And then Farm Sim 25 kind of, you know what, I'm not going to try to back this thing up. We're just going to park it over here. Farm Sim 25 kind of threw a wrench into that, because it was supposed to be Farm Sim 24. But we've hit the invisible wall there. There is an invisible wall right there. We're just going to park this right there. Make it easy on ourselves. But yeah, I'm assuming 27 will be the next one, but if not, it'll be 28. And it'll, if they do come out with Farm Sim 27, it will probably come out at the end of this year. Usually around November is when they release the games. So, like I said, I haven't heard. There are a lot of versions of this game. I think it started, gosh, a lot of years ago. I know the first one I played was 19, but there was 17 and 15 and 13 and 11. Like they pretty much had come out with one every 2 or 3 years. So alright, let's go ahead and get him started. Alright, let's get back to picking up straw here, because this is going to be a long process. Well, like I said, this one, I buy the collector's edition of the game, which gives me all the DLCs that come out for the first year, and then there's a season pass that comes out for the second year that will give you all the DLCs for that year at a big discount price. But this is a game I love to play. Like, between this one and 19 and 22, I probably have 1,500 to 2,000 hours in between them all. Um, yeah, I normally don't, except for Farming Simulator. Farming Simulator is one of those games I've been playing since Farm Sim 19. I love the games, so I will always buy these, but I plan ahead for it because I normally don't spend more than $30 on a game either. Most games I don't even spend more than $20 on. Um, but I plan for Farming Sim because I enjoy the games so much. It's it's one of those games that I don't think I'll ever be tired of playing. Um, and I will, whenever 27 or 28, whichever one comes out next comes out, I will be switching over to it from 25. But oh yeah, I mean there's always bugs when the new versions comes out, but I mean that's with any game. Yeah, and I just plan ahead for it. Like when I find out when the next one's coming out, I'll start because I have a monthly budget for gaming, and so I stick to that budget. And if I don't buy a game, I just put the money in my Steam account. So when I can buy a game, um, like I don't plan on buying anything this month. Um, so I will put my budgeted money in my Steam account to go toward another game in the future. But lately, I really haven't bought any games because I've been getting keys from Keymailer. I've rejected quite a few keys because I just don't have time to put all those games into thing. But if it's a game I really want and I get a key for it, I'll play it. But I'd rather reject the keys than not give them the time that they deserve. Some of those games were probably pretty good games, just not ones I wanted to play at the time that the keys were offered. Yeah, Subsistence is a really good game. I have never played it. I've watched a lot of it, but they keep updating the game, and like it's had a lot of longevity because of that. But it's a survival game, and I don't enjoy survival games solo, and it is a solo player game. I like survival and multiplayer, just because I think it makes survival games more fun. I can play them solo. Like I've played 7 Days to Die solo. I actually did a hardcore 7 Days to Die before I started YouTube, and played 139 days before I died. Um, so solo survival games just don't interest me. Oh yeah, I mean I'm very ecstatic. I mean my channel between the month of December and January just blew up for some weird reason, and I don't know what the reason is, but I ain't worried about it. But I have been offered lots of keys. I've been offered beta testing on some games, but if I can't put it on my channel, I'm not gonna take the key. And some of those beta testing games, they don't allow you to record and things like that. So I'm not gonna give my time to something I can't put on my channel. Um, Even though I would love to get into some of those beta testings, but if they don't allow you to record, then it kind of defeats the purpose for me. Because when I get into a game, I get into it. Well, I appreciate that, Lordfish. Yeah, I'm trying to get better. We've been doing pretty good. I've had a lot of stuff going on the past couple of months, with some illnesses and infections and things like that, and then a very close friend passed away all of a sudden, and that was tough. We've been friends for 40 years, so since we were in the 6th grade. Um, One of the few people I went to school with that I still talked to a lot. But, those things happen. We just have to move on. I am kind of gaining a daughter out of it because her mom hasn't been a part of her life since she was, I think, 3. Um, and then, she just had her dad. She doesn't have any brothers and sisters. She doesn't have any aunts and uncles or grandparents. So we just kind of absorbed her into our family. I mean, she's always been a part of the family, but now officially, we told her if she needs something to come to us. And our daughter and her are good friends, so it'll be good for her, our daughter as well, because it'll be like her gaining a sister that she's never had. So, all right, let's go ahead and get our cedar going. We'll plant our long green rice here. So it's, it's a bad situation, but we're going to make good out of it. I guess is the way to put it. She's always been, and see, they're from Memphis, which is about 3.5 hours from here, but she goes to college here in, near where we are, about 30 miles from us. So, she has come over a lot anyway, just, when she needed to see a friendly face, that kind of thing, family kind of face, and, so we've always been supporting her, but now she'll probably come here on weekends for a while, I would imagine, to just have somewhere to go. Alright, let's go ahead and find our long grain rice here. Excuse me. There we go. We'll get this planted. Back to this. Yeah, they do. And I generally, generally don't struggle with loss and things like that unless it's somebody really close. But he was kind of like my brother growing up. And, my dad was a hard one because my dad was my best friend. But, we just, life has to move on, and, we reminisce and think about the good times when we can, I still wake up sometimes and something, like whenever my channel hit 1,000 subs, my first instinct was I need to call my dad, and, of course he's been gone for a year and a half, but that was my first instinct, because he would have been proud of that for me. But you just move on. Try to make positive out of negative. That's kind of how I am. But we do enjoy, time with family and things like that. But sometimes it is difficult. I try to see my mom as often as I can because my sister still lives up in Memphis, and she don't get to come down very much. So we try to at least eat with her once a week, whether it's here or at her house, or we go out to eat or something. We try to do something like that, and then we go over and visit with her several times during the week as well. But it's hard to go to my mom's house if she knows we're coming. She's going to try to fix food, so we just don't tell her we're going. A lot of times we just show up, and that way she doesn't cook for us. But we kind of have a standing thing where we either eat a meal at her house once a week or at my house once a week. So I try to keep it to where she's not having to cook for us all the time. I try to cook meals for her, and then when I cook here for me and my wife, I also make plates for her. So she doesn't have to cook as much, but. Yeah, I mean, it's. My dad and me were very close. Like, he was the only person that I've ever that I could just talk on the phone to for hours. Like, even my wife, like, me and her would prefer to talk face to face than we would on the phone. But like if she's out of town or something like that, I can talk to her. But there's been very few people that I could just talk to. But me and my dad could talk for hours about nothing. Just whatever, whatever came to mind. So it's been tough, but I have way more good to remember than bad. So, but he would be very proud of the fact that I'm doing something I love and that I'm starting to succeed at it. I don't ever plan on getting rich off YouTube, but a little bit of extra money doesn't hurt. So probably most of what I make off of YouTube is going to go into my granddaughter's college funds anyway. Yeah, and that, I was blessed. Like, I can't put it any other way. My parents were amazing people. Well, my mom still is, but as a married couple, they were just amazing. I was very blessed to have a family. Like, and it's not just my parents, my whole entire family on both sides. Just tremendous love and support from everybody. Throughout my entire life. So I've been very blessed in the family thing, and I passed that on to our daughter and passing it on to our grandchildren, that family is everything. And that you love family through all the hard times as well as the good times. But I've tried to instill in my daughter and my son-in-law now, that, bad times don't mean bad things. It just means that you're struggling, and, there's always another side to come out on, and to focus on the positive things you can. When it's tough, it's tough. Everybody goes through tough times, but I try to instill in them that hard times don't break you, they just build you. And that's what I've tried to teach to my family, plus other young people that I'm close to. Like, my heart goes out to Olivia right now because she literally has been left with nobody. She didn't even know where her mom is, so like she hadn't heard from her mom since she was 3 years old. So she literally just has me and Pam now, and we're the only quote-unquote family she's got, because she doesn't have any other family. But again, we're gonna be there for her. I'm sure there's gonna be some hard times for her in the future, like when she gets married and her dad's not gonna be able to walk her down the aisle, but I will do that proudly, in honor of him. But and then when she has kids and things like that, it's going to be tough on her because he was an amazing person. Like I said, he's been my friend since 6th grade. So yeah, you just have to, like, and to be honest, I tell people this, hard times make the good times better. Because if you can get through the hard times, the good times just kind of cruise along. And you learn from the hard times, which helps you appreciate the good times even more. And how you look at life is a personal choice. You can either let the negative rule you, or you can let the positive, reward you. And that's what I've tried to teach, people that are close to me. Like, don't let the negative impact you in a negative way. Find a way to turn it into something positive. And if you can do that, it builds your, like you said, it builds your character. It builds your character, and it also prepares you for the good times. Like, one of my favorite things, there was a verse in the Bible. It said, "This too shall pass." But that doesn't just talk about good times. It talks about, I mean, bad times. It talks about good times too. It's not always going to be sunshine and roses. There are going to be tough times. So if everything's going bad in your life, hold on. It's going to pass. Everything's going good on your life, get ready. It's going to pass. There's going to be times that are hard coming again. Like it's never a one-way street. You know, you're always going to have good and bad times, and you just have to hold on to the good times and power through the bad. And if you can do that, you'll be successful in life. Don't let the bad times dictate to you how things are going to be. Use the bad times to prepare you for the good times. But anyway, but yeah, and I think that honestly, you know, you talk about teaching your, yeah, it is. It really is a roller coaster. You're talking about teaching your son that, you know, to stick things out and to hold on to it. If more people did that with their children, our world would be a better place. Because there are a lot of people out there who just focus on the negative, and they don't try to build character. They don't try to, they just, you know, woe is me, and, you know, that's the end of it. But when you don't teach the younger generation that you can get through the hard times and not to focus on them, it hurts them. Literally hurts them, because they're not prepared for life. Like, you know, it's a hard, you know, when you move out on your own for the first time, I say the first time because 9 times out of 10 kids come back home because they failed, you know. But if you even if you succeed, there's going to be times that make it hard and tough. And knowing how to deal with those things in a positive way is what makes you be able to move on from them. There are so many people in the younger generations that just have no clue how to get through life at all, because they haven't been taught that bad times don't define you. You know, they've just been taught to let the bad times kind of just be, and not to learn from it. There is so much we can learn from bad times that prepare us for better times, and even prepare us for the future when other bad times are going to arise. And I just try to be positive in everything, you know. Yes, I lost my friend, but an aspect of that, I've gained a daughter, because she needs somebody, and we can be there for her. We may not be blood, but that doesn't matter. We'll, you know, be there for her in every situation. Alright, let's go dump this off since we're basically full. And we'll come back and get the rest. Looks like he's got about, I don't know, 25% left of the field. He is almost done planting our field. He missed a spot. We'll have to go back and get ourselves. Sometimes that happens on these maps. Alright, let's go ahead and get that little spot he missed. I'm going to have to hit it from a different angle, apparently. Yeah, sometimes these fields just don't read proper when it's planting. You just have to always check. All right, let's go ahead and turn that off. Let's go refill it with seed, so it'll be ready to start planting grass when we're ready for that. Let's go ahead and find, there we go. Go ahead and get it refilled with seed all the way. Oh, I don't want fertilizer to go to the other side, I guess. Back it in. Alright, well, he is ready. Let's go ahead and go get to picking up our straw again. Alright, brother, you enjoy dinner. Tell Queen and son of a fish I said hello. My wife's working tonight, so I had some leftover food for my I don't know what you call it at 3 o'clock, but or 2 o'clock I mean. I ate some leftover spaghetti that we had. But enjoy dinner, and like I said, tell the family I said hey. Appreciate you hanging out with me. Alright, and I also have a new song that I wrote as a thank you song. Go ahead and play that one.
Time again for your rock. To thank his friends, all the support he showed, no sign of an end. People hitting the sub button and the likes, your rock play game and it dropping the mic. It's time again for your rock. To thank his friends, all the support he showed, no sign of an end. People hitting the sub button and the likes, your rock plays game and it's dropping the mic. Snow in the Texas danger, right here in the stream. Cody Smith and John Connors go in between. Carter Williams and Roger Burkett giving the love. James Reese inspired Mom 7-6 are flying like a dove. John Lorden and Lisa James are straight smiling. Mama Wolf and playing with Moxie, allow no defiling. Yeah, it's time again for your rock. To thank his friends, all the support it showed, no sign of an end. People hitting the sub button and the likes, your rock plays game and it's dropping the mic. Toolin', Rupture and Bunch patrol yelling and screaming, gaming with
Ford power will leave your face beaming. So not yours and Alice the Nacho be eating them chips, dipping them in salsa, Mexican cheese dip. Alfie's mullet be watching TCG card shop, dairy wood chopping trees and never ever stop. Never ever stop, never ever stop, never ever stop. Yeah, it's time again for your rock to thank his friends, all the support is show, no sign of an end. People hitting the sub button and the likes. Your rock plays game and is dropping the mind. Priscilla Norberto is living in Bobby's world. Watson and Emily Mendes make your toes curl. Hattie Asar is playing with Master Gamer. Nate Booker is chilling with no disclaimer. Melody Pure Music is writing them songs, as well as Luna's music. The rhythms are strong. This time again for your rock to thank his friends, all the support is showing, no sign of an end. People hitting the sub button and the likes. Your rock plays game and is dropping the mic. Thanks again for hanging out with me, growing the channel as my eyes get misty. All these lovely people live and name, and have a blessed day from your rock plays gaming.
Alright, so yep, we're about halfway done picking up the straw. He's got a few more passes on harvesting. We got to finish the straw before we start. Now we're going to go ahead and concrete this part in before we start trying to get the field ready. We'll do that once we get all the straw picked up. And I know I'm missing bits and pieces here, but it's not going to be that much. We may try to go back and pick them up once we get done. But yeah, like I said, we're going to move up to about kind of even with where the 83 number is. They're on field 83 right there. About right up in here is where we're going to do the concrete going back. If I did the planning right, I should be able to get 6 cow barns, 1 huge goat enclosure, and 1 huge sheep enclosure in there. But like I said, that is going to be a ways off. We'll probably build the pens before we actually get the sheep and goats, just to make sure we're going to have room. I know the cow barns, I can fit 6 of them down at the bottom. I've already spaced that out. And like I said, we're going to make a really big goat and really big sheep enclosure on there as well. But we got to concrete it in first so we have room, so it won't try to plow the field once we do that. Like we may get a whole nother load. So that'll be an extra 10 to 15 grand. I don't know how much straw's going for right now, but we should get a decent chunk of change out of this. Just about through. Now we're going to go and top off the chickens first before we put the sorghum into our silo. And we'll just use the harvester to do that instead of dumping it in a trailer. try to get to the thing. We may not be able to. We may have to get a trailer. Dump it in a trailer. We'll try to do it with the harvester first. It looks like he is done with all that. All we got to do now is get this field done so we can be able to concrete this in. Now, I don't have to pick up all the straw, but I want the extra cash. Now, if we fill up again, I'll probably stop. We'll just do one load if we fill up before we get to the end. Because I do want to get this field done in this stream. So it is quite a large field though. He's about done. I think he's on the last little bit. Actually, don't know what he's doing right this minute. I don't see any, unless there's a little bit at the end that he missed or something. I don't know. We'll find out here in a minute. No, I don't know why he drove to the end of the field. But let's get to the end of this row and then we'll go dump off our sorghum. We'll be done with our harvester for the time being. Alright, so we ended up getting 129,000 liters of sorghum off that field. That will feed our chickens for quite a while, especially considering we only have one chicken house at the moment. We do need to go in there and check our eggs though and get them pulled away from the spawn point. We don't need the eggs right now because we don't have milk. Until we get cows, we won't need the eggs for any productions or anything, but we do want to go ahead and get ahead on eggs. And like I said, I'll pick them all up when we need to deliver them to the actual production. So let's go ahead and get up here and see if we can't. Now this is kind of a tricky area up here because of the landscape, but I did try to smooth it out some. Alright, let's go ahead and see if we can't drop off some sorghum here. Hadn't hit the trigger yet. Let's see if we can. There we go. That should fill up our chicken coop rather well. And then we can go ahead and drop this off in here. Just gotta hit the trigger, right? Alright. Go ahead and let him dump that out. Let's go ahead and move our eggs off our spawn point just so they can keep spawning. We only have a couple of pallets right now, so we'll just move them up here. We'll leave the one that's not full so we can fill up. We'll just set these up here for now. And we have our chickens in here. Now, we do have, yeah, we have 501 chickens. It only looks like we have about 20, but there's 501 technically in the, alright, let's go ahead and move this guy back. Okay. Alright, so like I said, we're going to either go until we fill up, or we're going to get all the straw. It looks like we'll fill up before we get it all, though. I'm not going to worry about it this particular field, because it'll just be, you know, a few thousand straw that we don't pick up. But we are going to get a full load to sell. Or at least close to a full load before we stop, just so we can make a little extra cash off the straw. I should pick it all up, honestly, but I do want to get, we'll just see where we're at. If we only have a couple of rows left, I'm not going to worry about it, but if it's a significant amount left after we do a full load, then I probably will grab it. You know, if it's going to be 30 or 40,000 liters, it'll be worth it to grab, you know, for extra couple of thousand. But if it's only a couple of rows left, we probably won't. But we may end up getting it all anyway. So we'll just see. But it's going to take this whole stream to get this field ready once we get it concreted in and everything. Down here on the bottom. And the reason why I'm doing it down here on the bottom is because this area down here is more flat, so there won't be a lot of leveling we have to do for the cow barns. But like I said, I knew this stream was going to be all about this field here. I'm glad we were able to get it and get our lime spreader in too, because that's just one more thing off our list. Now it's the Big M mower, which we will keep checking. Hopefully we'll get one for sale, but probably not. But if a good tractor comes up, and by good I mean like 300 horsepower or more tractor, or one that we can at least upgrade to 300 horsepower, we will probably get it. if we have the money. Now we do have, I could probably sell enough flour right now to purchase the big imp mower, but there's no need in me selling the flour until I need it for something. Maybe, possibly, we'll buy another field with some flour money. Because this field over here, I would like to buy and split in half to make 2 different fields. Because I do want to plant I want to have all the crops planted, except we're going to do everything but spinach, because I can't harvest spinach without buying the spinach harvester. Now we're going to have to buy an onion planter. It is a very small planter. There are no modded ones right now that I could find, unless they're from a third-party website, and I don't use those because I don't trust myself going into the files and adding and deleting things, so I'm not going to do that. We're only going to use things off the Giants Mod Hub. I'm sure that it's not that hard. I just don't know how to do it, and I don't want to mess up anything. So we will be harvesting our grass in November. So that'll be when we start trying to get cows. It'll be in the winter. But it'll probably be December before we buy cows, because we need to let our TMR populate so we can feed the cows. But we also have to buy the big M mower. That's a must. That's the only thing we have to get other than the baler. It's the baler we can almost buy now, because we're just going to get a small, well, not a small, a round baler that'll do the 180 centimeter bales. And we will be able to just, we're going to bale grass to feed the sheep and goats. That way we don't have to do loose grass, so we don't have to store it. We can just put whatever's not baled into our TMR production. And when we need to bale more grass bales for the sheep and goats, we'll do that. Like I said, we should be getting into animals in December. Or we already have chickens, but should be able to get into cows and possibly sheep and goat by then. We should be, like I said, if I decide to spawn out a bunch of flour, we may do that to purchase that next field there, because I'm just going to purchase them going down. I would like to plant, I'd like to have a field of soybeans, a field of sunflowers, and I think what I'm probably going to do is cut that field into 2 fields, like just put a path down the middle of it and do it that way. Instead of having that one big field, we'll just have 2 smaller fields. Alright, so yeah, it looks like we're going to pretty much get all of this anyway. Might be 1 or 2 rows left, but we're just going to go till we fill up, and then we will start getting this ready for getting our grass field planted. Now technically we could cut the grass in October, but it won't be the full yield, because it needs to go, but we'll just go to November. Like I said, we'll probably be maybe it depends on how long it takes us to get this field done. I would imagine it's going to take a while to get it done because we got to fertilize it, lime it, fertilize it again, and then plant it, plow it and plant it with grass. Let's go ahead and play our farming sim song again.
Your rock plays gaming and farming simulator 25. All the people showing up in the stream when it's live, doing all the things that all the farmers do, planting and harvesting and tending animals too. Tractors are the tool that you use most of all, but many other machines will keep you from a fall. Planting the fields with planters and seeders, fertilizer spreaders and pulling weeds with weeders, spreading lime to increase the yield of the fields. Combine harvesters and trailers help seal the deal. Plowing up the fields after we get done, then replanting the seeds. Farming has begun. Your rock plays gaming and farming simulator 25. All the people showing up in the stream when it's live, doing all the things that all the farmers do, planting and harvesting and tending animals too. Many different productions to help bring in the cash. Greenhouse growing crops fast in a flash. Chips and soups and even lots of oils. Bread and cakes selling fast so they don't spoil. Wooden beams and long planks will help you get rich, and a real good winch to pull you out the ditch. Clothes made from sheep, wool and harvested cotton, and plenty more productions that I haven't forgotten. Your rock plays gaming and farming simulator 25. All the people showing up in the stream when it's live, doing all the things that all the farmers do, planting and harvesting and tending animals too. So as you're stopping by and watching some farming, don't forget to hit the buttons that would be charming. All these farming things that I've been explaining, come have some farm fun with your Rock Plays Gaming. Your Rock Plays Gaming and Farming Simulator 25.
almost through here. Like I said, we'll go until we get full, and we'll sell this straw, and then the rest of it we're just going to leave because it's not going to be enough to fool with. We're going to get at least one more row out of this, I believe, or at least part of the next row. I'm not going to come back for 2 rows. We may only make it to the end of this one, so. But I'm not going to do it for, it's only going to be 20,000 liters ish. So we're not going to make enough money off that to make a difference. You know, a few thousand, a couple of thousand probably. We're not going to stress over that. We'll just finish this row here. And maybe grab those little bits on the way if we're not full. We'll grab these few little bits here. Not a whole lot, but alright. Let's go ahead and sell this, and then we'll go ahead and grab the fertilizer spreader on this tractor, but we're going to put the concrete down first. Alright. Alright, so 15,000. Like I said, it's only going to be a 1,000 or 2 from that other 2 rows. We're not going to bother with that. Let's go ahead and drop this off. Alright, and then let's grab our fertilizer spreader. And then we'll get over here to the field, and then we're going to go ahead and put down our concrete. Actually, I want to kind of park the tractor to give me a reference point. I want to park it right about here. So I think we'll just go with that light pole. Alright, let's go ahead and go into our construction menu. We're going to go to landscaping, painting. We're going to use we'll use this one. Alright, let's go ahead and get down here. We're just going to make this bigger. Alright, and we'll just kind of go across here. Easiest way ever to plant concrete, or put down concrete, I guess you could say. It doesn't have to be perfect. We're going to try to keep it as straight as possible. Alright, and then we can just fill this in all the way down here. Again, this doesn't have to be perfect. And then Doesn't really matter if we're not straight here. That one line was the only one that mattered. Now we can just fill in. And yes, I do have free landscaping on because it just costs way too much money to landscape, especially when you're just getting rid of grass or field and putting in concrete. Alright, well that will take care of that. Now I do want to double check, make sure this is going to be big enough for what I want. So let's go into animals. Cows, and our cow barns are the ones I like to use are these right here. What's the difference in these? Alright, so yeah, that's going to be plenty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we can get 6 in there. Of course, we're not building them right now, just this will be the direction that they will be in. And then that will leave us plenty of room for goat and sheep enclosures right there. Alright, so now we can set him loose on fertilizing. We'll go hook up the other tractor to lime spreading. We want him to do headlands. Let's go. Alright, let's get him hooked up to the lime spreader. Go ahead and top it off. This is probably going to take more than one load. We need to go ahead and fill him up with gas too. Alright. And that's still going to be a really big grass field. Like, yeah, we did cut out about a third of the field, but it's still going to be a lot of grass. Alright, let's go ahead and get him set up here. Do headlands, please. And good to go. And we'll ride with this guy. Because he'll be done first. Now, what we're going to do is we'll finish the fertilizing. And since he's doing the liming, we'll probably go ahead and get the plowing done after the fertilizing is through here. The liming is going to take a bit, so what we may do is let him get done with the fertilizing, and then we may go cut down a couple of trees and drag them down to our production while we're waiting on him to finish the liming. or at least get enough of the liming done to where we can do something else. Actually, let's go ahead and, while we're waiting on him, we'll go ahead and come up here. And we'll go ahead and cut down some trees. We'll go ahead and cut down one more. Okay. Go ahead and get rid of some of these weeds. And yeah, we'll go ahead and get rid of this one too. That will give us room. We plan on building more chicken houses up here eventually. All right. Now let's see how much the that one we can pull. That one we can pull. This one. We should be able to pull that one. That one we should be able to pull. There's one more. This one here. Yeah, it looks like we should be able to pull all those trees. Alright, let's get, he is hopefully almost done with the fertilizing. I think he should have one more pass to go. Maybe two. He technically is over fertilizing, but easier to let him do it than do it ourselves. Because it's hard to see with sorghum where you've been when it comes to fertilizing, because it leaves the stalks. Looks like he's finally done with the headland, or will be after this on the lambing. It looks like he has a little bit left. Yep, just that little piece right there. We'll go ahead and top this back off with fertilizer, and then we'll get him hooked up to the plow. Alright, let's just... He can wait for a second, because he should be done. I think he got it all. Yep, he did. Okay. Alright. Now let's go get him hooked up. We'll fill this back up. We'll get him hooked up to the plow. He should be able to start plowing. We'll let the lime make a few more rounds. All right. We'll let the liming get done before we start plowing, and then we're going to go ahead and winch the trees down, get them pulled down here into our production. We'll just let him get done with the lambing before we start plowing. Because then all we have to do is fertilize and plant. He'll be done with lambing soon. It won't take him that long. Alright, let's see here. Let's go ahead and get spun around here. We're going to try to grab 2 of these trees at once, if it'll let us. Let's go around this way. Alright, so we grab R, we go to B, and then R again, and B. Alright, well, I don't know how that happened, so we're just going to kind of drag this one back over, so we can hook it up. Alright, there we go. There we go. We can get to it. That one didn't want to cooperate, so we'll just drag it over. Nope, his tank is empty of lime, so we need to go fill him back up real quick. Yeah, he made decent headway. We knew it was going to run out, but that's okay. Close enough to the farm where it doesn't make that big of a difference. Go ahead and get him started again. Alright. Okay. Oh, not gonna let us get through there, alright. 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 Get these two and then we got one more. Alright, let's go get the last tree and then we should be able to start the fertilizing again. Actually, I think we'll plow first and then we'll fertilize, then we'll plant. Because it'll be easier to see where we fertilized and we'll be able to do it ourselves. Alright, let's get this last tree. We have room for one chicken house up here now. Alright. And we'll do the plowing ourselves. Plowing and fertilizing, and then we will set the worker on planting. Alright, let's go drop this off. Let's grab the plow. So I think we'll set the worker off on the plow and we'll come back when he gets done with the lime spreader and fertilize. So let's go ahead and get him going here. Looks like he's got just a little bit more to lime here. So looks like it's going to take about a tank and a half to lime this field. But luckily we only have to do it every third time we cut our grass. Oh, he's done. Never mind. So he is done. Alright, we'll go ahead and top our lime spreader back off. I'm wondering, might be better for us to plant than fertilize, because we can set the worker off on planting, because he will not keep up with the plow because the plow is wider. Might be better to do that, or we could actually do the planting ourselves. Yeah, I think we'll do that. We'll do the planting ourselves, and then we'll finish up with fertilizing. Alright, we're going to go ahead and park our lime spreader over here. We'll fill it next time we're going to use it, which will be next month, I think. But we'll just park it right here. Let's go ahead and get our seeder, and we'll start planting our grass field. We'll fertilize at the end. Doesn't matter when we do it as long as we get it done. So we'll go ahead and do the planting ourselves, because we won't be able to keep up with the plow. For two reasons. One, this is a slower tractor, but also the planter is, and we do have grass selected. Alright. But we'll do this ourselves. Put it on, put our magical lines on here. Let's go H. Get our magical lines up. Alright, let's go ahead and drop down, turn on, and off we go. Like I said, I knew this stream was going to be about this field. We are 2 hours into the stream and we're just now starting to plant, and we still got to fertilize again, but at least we'll be able to keep up by planting while he's plowing, because he plows a lot wider than our planter is. So it is going to be a time-consuming process, but once we plant this field, we won't ever have to plant it again. It'll just be about fertilizing and cutting and picking up and cutting and fertilizing and cutting and picking up, and yep, rinse and repeat every 3 months, liming every third cut. Now we'll probably turn this guy loose once he gets done plowing. We'll let the worker finish it up. That way we can go and drop off the plow, pick up the fertilizer spreader. Hello, Strickman. Whatever, I'm in Discord if you want to hop in. Lord Fish, I think, had to go get dinner ready, so come on, back up. Alright, well, we're just going to go up and down from here. While he's doing the plowing, we'll be planting in behind him.
What's going on?
What's up, buddy? I just
Feel like I'm in a car wreck.
Do what?
Yeah.
You said you feel like you've been in a car wreck?
Yeah.
Rough night?
3 people on schedule on the stock crew, and we had to throw 2 full grocery trucks up.
Ugh.
and I had to do all the, I had to throw all the water up.
Yeah, that's rough. So, yeah, that's going to be where my cows and sheep and goats go down there where I concreted it in.
Yeah. Nah.
It's the flat part of the field, so I figured that would be the best place to do that. And I can get 6 cow barns through there, and a big goat enclosure and a big sheep enclosure.
Shit. Oh. Nope.
Yeah, I figured you had a rough night last night because you didn't get on when you got home.
Yeah.
I didn't see you get online this morning anyway.
No, I sat down, ate me a couple little biscuits, and got myself in bed. The only reason why I'm up now because I've been probably the last 2-3 hours cold to the bone. Can't get warm. I can feel my body radiating heat.
Yeah.
I feel dehydrated as heck.
But yeah, this is going to be my big old grass field.
Yeah.
I ended up getting, this one was planted in sorghum when I bought it. I got 123,000 liters of sorghum.
Well, you definitely won't need sorghum for a while.
No, not for a little while. And I'm going to, when I buy 10 over there, I'm going to split it in half and make half of it soybeans and half of it sunflowers. That way it's just 2 different fields instead of one big gigantic field.
Yeah.
I'm just going to put a concrete line down through the middle of it after I get the field, and that way I can get 2 different crops.
You gonna do it one wide or 2 wide concrete?
The biggest square probably, and maybe
that way they don't take that.
Yeah, it should be about as wide as the road basically.
Gotcha. That way there's no confusion of wet field is wet field.
Yeah, it'll basically take care of that issue.
Gotcha.
But yeah, my next thing is I gotta save up for the big M mower to cut this big old field with.
That's what, 300-something thousand?
Oh no, it's 468,000.
Yeah, I couldn't remember.
Something like that. But I was at 500,000 after turning in the contracts, and the products I sold took me up to 717,000. So I still had like 100,000. I was able to go ahead and get my lime spreader, so I could lime this field before I planted it. And I'll start liming all my fields now. But as I harvest, I had to harvest that field was long grain rice. I already harvested it and replanted it while I was, and I got 2 full trailer loads of straw off this field. The forage wagon, 260,000 liters. I put one of them in my silo and sold the other one for 15 grand. Which doesn't sound like a lot, but it was 15 grand. I don't really need the straw right now because I don't have grass to go with it. So, and I'll show you how much straw I actually have in my
silo. How much straw for and grass for the TMR? Yeah,
for the TMR. So until I get grass in there, I really just don't need to put any more straw. So any straw that I harvest off my fields, I'll be selling, right? I won't be doing any more contracts on camera. I might do some, like, if I have time to play off camera after a stream, but this whole stream has been about this field basically.
Yeah.
Harvesting it, picking up the straw, liming it, fertilizing it, plowing it. I'm planting now, and I still got to fertilize now, and I'll be able to see it better on this too. But if you look in my where's my fermenting silo, I already have 551,000 liters of straw. Yeah, I already have 551,000 liters of straw in there.
Damn.
So, that's enough to make 500,000 liters of TMR. So I really don't need to put any more straw. I'll just be selling it, whatever I get off my fields. The only big field I'm going to keep is 55 over there, which is a wheat field. And I'll probably just keep wheat planted in that one. And that other farm that's on the other end of town, that's going to be my vegetable area. That's where I'm going to plant potatoes, sugar beets, carrots, parsnips, green beans, and peas, and onions.
All the stuff that you can harvest
Yeah,
with
but
that other.
but the onions you have to have there's only one planter, and there's no modded ones. It is a very small planter, and it doesn't hold very much. So I'm gonna definitely
That's
buy.
what, a 3 meter, the little 3 meter.
It's a little bitty 3-meter thing for the onions. So I'm not gonna be having a huge field of onions, but I will plant some. But what I'm probably gonna do with that is take these 5 fields I'm going to leave alone, just like they are, except I will incorporate 50 into this one.
Yeah, let me use something out.
And then I'll probably do 89 by itself and then put these 3 together. And so that should give me potatoes, sugar beets, parsnips, carrots, red beets, onions, and green beans or peas, whichever one I decide. And then this one will probably be the other one, whatever that crop that I haven't planted is.
Gotcha.
But that next field, like I said, 10 is going to be my next purchase of a field, but it'll be after I get cows down. I'll probably get cows in December because I won't be able to cut the grass till November, and I'll need to harvest it and let some TMR make before I get cows. But then I'm going to get 10. Like I said, it's going to be half sunflowers and half soybeans. And then I'm probably going to do the same thing with 30 and 13. I'm probably going to cut them into 2 fields, and there'll be some kind of grain crop just for extra whatever, either flour or feed if I need it, if I need feed for chickens. So I may, when I cut them in half, I may do like oats and sorghum in one and wheat and barley in the other. But I'm going to cut them in half so they're not just one big huge field, because it just takes so long.
Gotcha.
To harvest and pick up the straw. And of course at some point I'll get to where I don't need straw anymore, so I won't have to pick it up, but every once in a while. But yeah, this is going to be probably most of the rest of the stream just planting this field. That's what's going to take the longest. Like I said, he's almost done plowing it. But yeah, 120 something thousand liters of sorghum I think I have in my silo now. Let's see, where's sorghum? Yeah, have 116,000 after filling my chicken house. When I have 500 chickens in the chicken house, so like it only needs 250 more to be full, or 200 more to be full. Well, technically 199 because I do have the one rooster in there.
Yeah.
He's a lucky rooster.
But if I remember right, you really don't have to have the rooster in there, right?
No, not to produce eggs, you don't. You have to have the rooster to reproduce chickens, technically.
Yeah.
But I don't think the game works that way. I think they reproduce automatically.
Gotcha.
You're supposed to have a rooster.
Yeah.
But I don't think it really actually matters.
Yeah, gotcha.
But I went in and bought one rooster.
I
I mean, 699 chickens ain't going to be that big of a difference than 700.
Yeah.
You're talking about maybe a liter or 2 of eggs per month. But yeah, I knew this was going to be all about planting this field, getting it turned over. But like I said, that's a big area for animals. It doesn't look that big, but 6 cow barns, a huge sheep enclosure, and a huge goat enclosure will fit on there with no problem. So, but yeah, the big M mower is going to be the next big thing, and then I got to get a baler. Well, I don't have to. I want to get a baler, but I'm just going to get like the 69,000 baler that does the 180 centimeter round bales, and I'll bale 20 bales up, and then the rest of it I'll pick up with my forage wagon. And when I need to bale, I'll just bale bale up like 20 bales at a time, and then just keep picking up grass at that point. If I need more grass, I'll plant more grass later somewhere else. Like if I have to plant more grass, I'll probably buy one of these fields across the railroad track over here, just so it'll be close. But I also thought about buying 93 over there and turning that into another grass field if I need it.
Yeah.
But this should yield, going by past the size this field is, should yield about, I would guess, about 300 liters of grass, 300,000 liters of grass. But I won't know until I cut it the first time.
Gotcha.
Because you get a lot more grass than you do straw, like off of fields. So since grass is technically a crop, I should get a lot of grass off this field. But
yeah, I'm thinking Western Wild where he dumbed it down.
Well, yeah, but that was just on that map.
Yeah.
And that was 22, not 25. So this is a big field.
Yeah.
Western Wild was Farm Sim 22.
Yeah.
But this is a really big field. Like, I don't know how big it is now since I cut it and about a third of it out. But I figure 127,000 liters of sorghum will probably be 300,000 to 400,000 liters of grass. You know, but then again, I cut out part of it, so who knows? We'll find out when I cut it in November. I'm hoping it's a lot. But if it's not, like I said, I may just buy 93 and just turn that whole area into a grass field. Because I don't really want to put any productions over there. And I was thinking of 2 different ways for field 10 over here. Is taking the lower area that's all funky shaped.
Yeah, the angle.
And making that a field. And then, you know, the bigger part up top being a field. But I may decide to do like the bottom part of the field as some productions as well. So they wouldn't be that far away. Because I can still get 2 more productions up there where I want them. I just got to figure out what productions I want to build. All right, he's still clowning.
And size footprint too.
Yeah. I just don't know which productions. I think I'm gonna do the extended dairy one that has like the ice cream and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I can get a lot more products. And then I don't know what the other one's gonna be. Probably the dessert factory, because it will help me use up all the flour that I have. Let me get to the end of this row and I'll move that tractor out of the way, and I'll probably set the worker off to finishing this. Of course, he's going to finish up the headlands that I didn't finish, but that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm just going to get to the end of this row and put the worker on it so I can get that tractor out of the way. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to put more seed in this thing too. But we'll see.
Yeah, 54%.
Yeah. It took 1.5 trailers of alright, we'll let him get of lime to do it. Yep. 1.5 trailer loads of lime.
How big of a lime spray did you get?
I got the one we always get, you know, as the 6 meter.
Yeah, and then the extended walls.
Yeah, it holds what, 14,000 liters or something like that.
Something like that.
So it basically took about 20,000 liters to lime this field.
Gotcha.
But we'll let him finish up the planting here. He's gonna finish the headlands and then he'll get back started on the rows. But yeah, I literally probably could spawn pallets of flour out and make enough to go ahead and buy that field, because I have so much flour in storage right now. Let's see. Yeah, it's full. 499,999 liters of flour. That's with all my other production. Well, the only other production I have is this one. It's full of flour too. It's full of everything. Like, I'm torn on what production I want to put down. I'm tempted to put just another one of those productions down, just to double up what I'm making. Let's get the fertilizer spreader hooked up to this guy, because I mean, it does make so many different products, and I could actually build it now if I wanted to, but I don't know what I'm going to do.
Is that beehives over there in the corner?
Yeah, I stacked them double high. I got 10 beehives plus the little honey production right there. It takes wheat, corn, and water. But I figured I would do that little production there just to where I'm producing a little bit of honey during the months that they don't produce from the beehives. Alright. Well, this guy needs some gas. Let's go ahead and fill him up with gas while we're waiting on him to get a little bit further on that field.
Son of a bitch. Oh.
Hurting?
Yeah, I just have to move my neck the wrong way. And
But yeah, you see how close you can put those greenhouses together? Because I'm not going to be spawning pallets out of them, so I just stacked them on top of each other.
Gotcha.
So I could get an extra one in there. But I won't I don't need any more fields, honestly, because those buildings are producing so much.
Because you've got what, 2 open gardens?
I've got 2 open gardens. I've got the green and carif one. I've got the oil and taproot, and I've got the fruit and veggie large one. So I have all of those plus the 2 open air gardens. But if you look here, I mean, it's starting to hold stuff in here because I don't have, like, I've already got 166,000 liters of sugar cane in here. And I've got 40,000 liters of sugar that won't fit in my production building. So I really need to figure out what productions I want to do. I'm going to sit down and look at them and figure out what I want to put down to use the flour and sugar and stuff, because I've got so much of it already. But yeah, I could sell. What is flour going for right now? So about 1,000 a pallet. So that's 400,000 I've got in my 499,000 I've got in my stores right now. Let's see, what does this field cost? 397,000.
I'll say close to 400,000.
And it's got wheat in it. It would be nice to be able to get that before it harvests, but I don't think I'm gonna. The mower's more important to me than that field is. I won't be able. I mean, I could do it. Go ahead and spawn out the pallets of flour and go ahead and buy the mower now, but I may end up putting in another production instead, because that will help me make more money. I just need to figure out which one it would be. I know I'm going to get the dairy, but I got to get the cows before I get that. There's no point in putting it down.
What about the cannon factory?
Well, the cannon factory is huge.
Yeah, I just didn't know.
Yeah, it's like.
I thought there was a smaller version. Yeah, it's that one. Or I know it's got the smokestack.
There it is, right there. It's.
Yeah.
Well, it's not that big. It's not that big, but it is 440,000. I mean,
Yeah.
I do want that one eventually because it makes the onion rings and stuff. Now I could go with, I could put down a coffee greenhouse, but that would just be more of something else I got to keep up with. Like this is the dairy production I'm going to bring in. See all those different products it makes.
Yeah.
I could do the dessert factory now, but I don't have milk. I don't have.
Yeah. Anyway,
I
make the
don't have
butter.
butter. I don't have chocolate. But I've got everything else. I don't know what I could actually make without putting it down. Now there's this plant-based milk production, which I thought about doing, but I don't know if I can use that milk to do something else, you know?
It's probably going to be a sold product.
Yep. Let's see, that's a logistics center. It just moves stuff around.
Oh, shit.
There's a multi-dairy production and a multi-grain production, which that multi-grain, if it didn't just put out so much at one time, I would use it, but it literally will use up everything you put in it. And there's these other ones I would love to use, but they don't have. Yeah, I just don't know what I'm going to put in. There's not as many good productions as there was in 25. Like, I could do the seed production one and make my own mineral feed. But see, I like this pizzeria, but it doesn't have products. It's not working like it's supposed to. Or they auto sell, but I want to know what I'm making. I could do that non-food factory, which makes clothes, rope, and all that stuff. It's cheap, but a lot of these from that mod just don't have a product coming out that has stuff you can put in. Creamery factory, that's going to take milk. Now this would make just more of the same stuff I've already got.
No, that plant-based one is the product she spent out a price product. It does not go into any other factories.
Okay. I figured that would be the case.
Yeah. That's sold at a high retail.
Well, there's a vegetable factory that's cheaper. Makes some of the same stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'd be better. You see this? It's there's nothing there. There's nothing there, but it
So if you click on it, is it going to show what's it?
No. It doesn't. It just.
It's a ghost mod.
Yeah, ghost. I mean, to be honest,
it's
right
in the
now,
spirit world,
I think the best thing for me to do would be put down a second one of these, just to use up some of the products I already have.
Yeah, and the other one beside it's a different form of it.
That makes seeds.
Oh,
it makes like seeds, lime, mineral feed.
Gotcha.
It can do grass. It can do TMR. It does a lot of different things.
Okay.
I'm thinking though, like literally, that's the only one that makes sense. Now I could use this, but I don't have a surplus of potatoes.
Yeah.
It really only right now it only makes sense to put down a second one of those factories, but Let's see where he's at. Alright, he's coming back up and down this way, so
Yeah.
he's still got a ways to go. I don't know, he may have enough seed. I wish there was a way to tell what percent he was with the field.
Yeah, without being a contract.
Yeah, well, I mean, I could look on the map and kind of tell. Yeah, he's about, I'd say he's close to 50% done.
Yeah.
I just gotta fertilize it again. There's no point in me doing that until, well, I guess technically I could fertilize it again because it's already had another stage. I can go ahead and get the fertilizing done. Because it's had a stage in between. The plowing was the stage in between fertilizing, so I can go ahead and get done with the fertilizing at least. Some of it's already been double fertilized because when I was fertilizing it the first time while he was lambing, it was catching some of that. Yeah, go ahead and get done with this. And then I just have to let him finish planting. Which, yeah. But at least I won't ever have to plant this field again.
Yeah.
It'll be done.
Yeah, it's a one-time shop.
Yep. Well, it'd be nice if you could do that with the other crops. I think the only other one you can plant is sugarcane, and it lasts for like 3 cuttings, and then you have to
Get back and replant.
Yep. Now the poplar, you know, but poplar doesn't really give you anything but wood chips, so. Oop, I missed the spot.
Yeah. Why would you want to plant something that just gives you woody chips?
Well, I mean, wood chips make good money in January. Like, if I would have planted this field in poplar, now it takes like a year for poplar to mature. But if I would plant this, if I would have planted this field in poplar, and when I harvested, I'd probably get like 400,000 or 500,000 liters of wood chips at 900 a pop. You know that it makes money, and you don't ever have to replant it. Once you plant poplar, it just keeps regrowing, and you harvest it like I think it takes a year for the first time, and then it's like every 4 or 5 months after that. So I mean, you can get a lot of wood chips, but it's also a very small harvester. But we could harvest it with our harvester with that other header. I may end up planting some poplar, who knows. I don't know how long I'm going to play this series before I start another one. So.
Gotcha.
I mean, I know it's going to go until I at least own all the fields on the below the railroad tracks and get them all planted and harvested at least once. But yeah, it's going to take him a while. But yeah, I'm definitely going to have to put more seeds in it. He's going to run out. But I've only got about 30 more minutes left in this stream, and it'll probably take him that much time to finish.
Something to eat. I was hoping I wouldn't be so beat down.
Yeah.
My mom told me, well, if I was you, I'd call in.
Well,
this little piece. She said, would it be the first time, 100 years?
Yeah, I was going to say, how many times have you even called in?
Probably enough time on 2 hands in 38 years.
Yeah.
I mean, the longest I was ever out was when I had my neck surgery for 6 months.
Yeah, but that's not something you can control there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Boss, you're in the way.
Yeah.
I'm going to stop, boss. I am going to stop.
I'll go around him.
No.
I got to come back down the other way anyway. Just a little bit. So I'll get this part when I
You should honk at him when you go by.
I don't remember what button is honk.
H or
No.
O, one of them. Yeah, I know you barely can hear it.
I don't remember what button it is. Maybe J.
No, I think it's or it could be Oscar.
No, it's not Oscar. That's used for something else.
Oh yeah, to unload and your boom.
Yep.
Damn sure ain't B.
No, B cuts things on.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
No, well, it's no big deal. You barely can hear the damn thing anyway. Like a low version of a moped. Beep beep. The backup button has a louder.
Yeah. Alright, well, it is fully fertilized now. And it's limed, so I'll get my 97% yield, which is the highest you can get without rolling. And I'm not rolling.
Go ahead, man. I double dog dare you.
I'm not rolling.
I quadruple dog dare you.
You could offer me real money. It would not give me. It would not influence me into rolling in this game.
The only way I would do the rolling is put a down worker on it.
Well, I mean, I would definitely do it with it, but it's just it takes forever.
Mm. And it depends on what size of a unit that you use too.
The biggest one in the game that actually works right is only like 9 meters, and it still takes forever.
Oh yeah, because I remember
that big one just keeps, ragdolling everywhere. It'll end up in another field somewhere,
or in a lake, or in
a
creek, top of a BGA.
Let's see, actually. Let's just look and see.
Kind of like my last time playing Farm Simulator. I
rollers.
Had a.
All right, this one right here.
That's one of Rags.
No, it's only 5 meters.
Oh yeah, that's right.
This is the ragdoll. This one. No, I think it.
No, it was a blue one.
It's this one, the 27 meter one. That one ragdolls everywhere. So the biggest roller in the game
let's take
is 9.5 meters, which is this one.
I want to take forever.
It's a mod, but it does go 12 miles an hour, so it's one I've added. I haven't actually used that one, so it might be better.
Gotcha.
But it's not worth it to me for 3%.
Yeah.
Just not worth it. So, all right, you're watching me on Discord, right?
I didn't want to watch you no more.
Well, I wanted you to hear my farming simulator song that I wrote.
Yeah, you let me hear it yesterday.
Did I?
Uh-huh. Because Pam said, oh, he heard it before I did.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah, right before we got off of it, but yeah.
Okay,
I got you.
I couldn't remember if I let you hear it or not.
Yeah.
Yep, he is definitely going to need more seeds. So, what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to fill up, because I don't want to stop. I'm going to fill it up with seeds and just subtract like $2,000. And then I'll fill it up again after he gets done. And that'll make up the difference. So let's go ahead and... Okay. And we will subtract 2,000. And then we'll fill it back up when we get done, and that will make up the difference in what we cheated in.
Yes, you.
But I don't want to stop him because it's still going to take forever for him to finish.
Oh yeah, you stopping me. It's going to take you 5 minutes to figure out.
Well, it'll take me 5 minutes to get over there and fill it up, and then it'll take him another 5 minutes to figure out where he's supposed to go again. And I don't really want to do it. I've picked up 3 trailer loads of straw today. Or, well, two full trailer loads and a little bit more.
Gotcha.
That was a lot of picking up. But yeah, 2,000 liters of seed would have been. I mean, it costs 2,000. Well, it only holds what, 1,500 liters or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Or 2,000 liters. So I just subtracted 2,000 from it. He wasn't empty. He still had about 25%, so that's pretty close to balanced. What it would have costed to fill it up. So.
Yeah.
Actually, it would have cost me less than that to fill it up because I have the reduced.
Yeah.
But I'll pay the extra for cheating it in.
I mean, travel time.
Yep.
Gasoline. I know you actually pay for the delivery service.
Yeah, I paid for delivery to the field. That's it. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Shit, I'm cold.
Yeah, it's cold outside.
No, I'm sitting here with flannel socks on, my wool
Probably
pullover.
getting the flu or something. Your body's so worn down.
I mean, before I got up, I was to the point. I was finna go to the closet, dig out the electric blanket, and cut that bad baby on.
Yeah, you probably getting sick.
Well, I did kind of search it on my phone before I got up, and like say possibly an illness getting started or whatever, but also a telltale sign of dehydration.
Well, that's definitely possible because you don't drink enough.
Yeah.
Because you always, you probably drink, what, a couple of bottles of water a night at work? If that.
Well, I drank one last night and then one the night before. But yeah, when it said that, I'm like, well, that makes more sense. Dehydration.
Yeah, you need to be, as hard as you work, you need to be hydrating way more.
Yeah. No, and plus that vitamin water that I drank, the dragon fruit, that wasn't classified as water.
Well, the vitamin water is just flavored.
Yeah, I mean,
basically.
Oh yeah.
And it
It's
has
more
extra
vitamin C.
But it would be better for you to drink like Powerade or Gatorade or something like that.
Yeah. That's like when I got up. I thought we still had some Pedialyte here at the house. But I think we've already went through it.
Yeah. But Gatorade and Powerade is better for you than Pedialyte.
Yeah. I can't remember where I read it or seen it, but talking about as far as dehydration, the best thing to actually drink to get you rehydrated back quicker than anything is milk.
Well, yes and
And I'm
no.
like, yeah.
Yes and no. It will, and the only reason why they say that is because it takes milk longer to be broken down.
Yeah.
But the best thing for you to drink is something with because like
Oh,
you're
well,
dehydrated.
No, when I heard that, I'm like, okay, depending on what kind of dehydration you're talking about, drinking from the night before dehydration, or out sweating.
That's you're sweating out your dehydration.
Oh
It's
yeah,
coming
yeah.
from because you work, 10, 12 hours. You're sweating all the time, and you're not drinking enough to replenish what you're sweating out.
And I had to work 15 pallets of water last night.
Yeah, I would.
Not counting the damn 2.5 to 3 pallets for the cereal aisle.
You need to be drinking at least 1 or 2 bottles of Gatorade per night, plus like 2 or 3 bottles of water.
Yeah.
Because what's going to happen if you stay dehydrated long enough, you will get sick. And
Yeah.
then you're going to end up in the hospital, and you don't want that.
Yeah, body starts shutting down on you.
Yep. You need to make yourself drink more when you're working overnight, especially because you're doing a lot more manual labor at night than you do during when you're working.
Oh, you ready for this one? When I got to work last night, I couldn't clock in.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What did it say?
A restriction punch. And so I went and looked it up. They had me scheduled off.
Oh. I'd have went home. I'm like, I couldn't call him. Sorry. It's your fault.
Yeah. So now, every freaking Monday after my alignment call, I gotta do the damn schedules. Because, like Miss Kennedy said, we set them up last night to fail
Yeah.
with 3 people.
3 people and 2 trucks. Yeah, that's. Even if they were all 3 like me or you, that would just get in there and get after it. You're not gonna be able to get done with that much freight. That's just too much.
And that ain't counting the damn paint load tank. Ma'am. No, ma'am. Sorry about that. My mom came back there and asked me a couple questions. I don't know if I called out.
Are you even thinking about it?
I'm more worried about the stiffness and soreness. But like I just told her, I said, I ain't going to do a whole lot. I'm going to do the lightest shit I could possibly get my hands on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you don't.
If they want me to start doing some heavy shit, I'll tell them no. I'm going to the house.
I would, man. You deserve to be able to call in every now and then, as much as you hadn't even really had, but what, 2 weeks off in the past 6 months?
2 weeks ago or so, I had my vacation. The last vacation was in July.
Yeah. Like I said, 6 months. You've had one week off, 1 full week off, and a lot of those weeks you work 6 days.
And the reason why I really want to go in tonight, and I'm gonna have them change me where I can work Thursday, where I can take off Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then have Sunday and Saturday as my days off, and work Monday through Friday, and then because the following week I'll be on vacation.
Yeah, you're taking your last week.
Yeah, for last year. So I'm trying to suck out as many days as I possibly can.
So why don't they just let you work Monday through Friday anyway? Because when you don't work one of those days during the week, nothing gets done.
Yeah, and plus all the processes has to be done.
Right.
Yeah, and plus, and like right now, I'm probably gonna get our asses creamed because I told them Monday night that I need to add all the display stuff that's got to be switched out this week. Well, like I told Miss Kennedy this morning, it was kind of like what I said didn't matter, and like I was just being annoyed. Basically, they wasn't paying attention to what I was saying.
Yeah.
Because no one hardly mentioned, didn't hardly talk to me at all. I'm like, damn. It's like I'm trying to tell one of the co-managers, like, hey, we need to put all the paint together. We wouldn't finish breaking it down. What did he do? He just turned around and didn't even acknowledge that I was talking to him and just dropped it where he wanted to. Like I was talking to the other grocery manager, and we was talking about that. He said, he said, I just got to explain that to him too, that we want it all together. It's easy for us to break it down. And he looked at me and goes, well, I guess they just want to find out for themselves. Because like he told me, he said, we do this more than they do, and we know the best way that benefits us.
Yep.
Because soon you only had 3 people breaking down the freaking paint load.
Yeah, he's probably never worked overnight and had to do things,
Well, I mean, he's been around. The one I was talking about, he's been around quite a while, and so the other co-manager. But then the other one that was with us, he's new, and like he told me last night, I ain't gonna kill myself up in here. I'm like, okay.
Then take your butt home and don't get paid because.
I know, and like I tell myself, when he said that, I thought, well, I know where this is going and how this is going to turn out.
Yep. What's the point of you being here if you ain't gonna work?
Yeah. I know she's getting really fed up with a lot of the bullshit. I mean, because like the other day,
well,
she came in.
It's sad.
It's sad. She came in at 7 o'clock that morning and she left at 11 o'clock that night.
Yeah, it's sad when she's having to depend on a hourly employee
Mm-hmm.
more than her salaried co-managers. You know, it's just sad.
And like I told her, I said, I thought they were supposed to work 10 hours a day. Well, they do. I said, no, they don't. I said, Miss Kenny, I come in before them and I leave after them.
Yep.
One, two, three, about 4 more strips.
About 5, yeah, 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Well, what you need to do is just try to get that land of yours sold, so you can pay off your house and tell Kroger to kiss your butt.
Well, after this year's taxes, or for last year's taxes come in, it went from a value of 54,000 to about 10, almost 11,000.
Your land?
Mm-hmm. And my mom says the only thing she could think of is because they thought it probably still had a dwelling on there, a house on it. So I'm like, yeah, great. And a couple of real estate people have already called and left information, hey, get in touch with me. Never heard back from them.
Yeah. I would just go to that guy next door to you that wanted the land to start with and say, hey man, 10 grand, it's yours.
I don't know if he's still, because I got tired of, oh yeah, this, and this, and this is what I want to pay for it, and
I would just offer him like, hey, the land as is, 10 grand, it's yours.
Yeah.
Because at this point you just need to get out from under it, because
yeah, just paying property taxes for nothing. Then I got to worry about
property taxes. Then you got to keep it grass cut, or you get fined from the town. I would just try to get out from under it.
Oh yeah, that's what I was trying.
10,000's 10,000.
Yeah.
You ain't making nothing off of it right now. You're just paying for it every year.
Yeah.
Land taxes.
Oh, I've lost my ass on the property anyway.
Yeah. Well, you did live there for a while, but
yeah.
But right now you're just bleeding money on it because you're not getting anything out of it. You're just having to pay taxes every year, and plus, if you can't cut it, you got to pay somebody to cut it. And,
yeah, it's an open wound that I can't stop bleeding.
Yeah, I would
Can't stop the bleeding.
I would go and offer it to him. Say, hey man, I'll sell you this land right now for 10 grand. Signed, sealed, delivered, yours.
Yep.
If you want it, it's 10 grand. If you don't, then I'm gonna go find somebody else that'll buy it for 10 grand.
That or go and put a damn sign up for sale by owner.
Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah. Well, the bad thing about that is if I don't know the damn number, I don't answer my damn phone.
Well, you'll just have to start answering your phone.
Yeah, that's true. This is true.
If you really want to get out from under it, that's probably the best thing to do. Drive over there, put a sign in it, said for sale by owner. And you need to do it during the winter where that grass ain't growing.
Yep.
So you can get rid of it before grass starts growing again.
Yep.
And I would, if you do that, I would try to get 15 out of it. Because it's land. They don't make land anymore.
Yeah.
So I would try to get 15 out of it, and if they don't want to buy it for 15, say, well, we'd do it for 12.
Yeah.
And because
that's
be honest,
that's originally, that's like with the guy next door. That's what I was really trying to ask for is 15.
Yeah. But if you get 10,000 of it at this point, it's 10,000 in the profit, and you won't have to pay any more taxes on it.
Yeah.
And you won't have to pay upkeep on it, or pay a fine for your grass getting too tall because you hadn't had time to get over there to
or
cut
go
it.
weed eat to some of a bitch and then it beat the hell out of my body.
Yep. I would just try to get out from under it any way I could.
Yeah. Yeah, I told Mom to add 200 more to the house payment.
Yeah.
Because I think the interest is like 168 a month, and I told her whatever that is plus the 500, just basically almost round it to 700.
Yeah, that'll help knock off a lot of payments at the end.
Yeah.
Because if you're paying 168 in the interest, that means you're paying.
Well, what she was paying 500, and then the interest is 168.
Right, so she was only paying
Yeah.
$330 on the principal.
All right.
But if you add 200 more to that, that means you're basically cutting out another payment every month.
Yeah, that's why I was telling we just need to.
Every month you pay that 700, you're knocking off another month at the end.
Yeah,
how
like
how
I
many
told
more
we just need
years
to.
do you have to pay on it?
Well, it's a line of credit, so we've got another like 9 to 10 years to pay it off.
But see, if you pay that 700 off, you're going to start knocking off the interest off those other payments.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, that's the
So-
reason why I told her to go ahead and put 5 to the principal and whatever for the interest.
Well, that'll be
I
paying
mean,
like
then hell,
$530 a month on the principal, which is gonna
Yeah,
knock. You're gonna lose like I can't remember the exact way it works, but
yeah.
basically,
But anyway, the way I look at it, that's a week's paycheck.
yeah, that's 1 week of your pay.
Yeah, after taxes and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, and and you don't have a whole lot of other bills right now.
No, the only bill that I've got to deep dive into is our freaking phone bill is going astronomically steep. It's like $300 something now.
That's why I went to Straight Talk, dude. $35
Yeah.
a month.
Well, no, it's like the AT&T, like for the internet, but I think what it is we don't really watch a whole lot of TV. I think it's that package, but also it's $50 for the fiber optics too.
Yeah, see, my internet's like 100.
I think ours is 110, something like that.
Yeah, I think mine's $110 or $115 a month.
Yeah, and
But
the actual cable part of it's like 260
yeah,
something.
well, see, we don't have any cable. All we pay for is internet.
Yeah.
But that internet also includes my wife's iPad.
Yeah.
The brand new iPad that I got her last year around our anniversary. I got her,
Yeah.
and it decreased our internet payment too. Like, I got a free iPad, plus our internet is less than it was because our internet was like $160 a month.
Yeah. I mean,
But I've still got
for
the top end internet, and I'm only paying like
Yeah.
110 now.
Yeah, I mean, in retrospect, about the only time I'll watch my TV in my bedroom is like the other night, a couple weeks or so a week back when Ole Miss and Miami was playing. Just certain events.
Yeah, but that stuff you can get on the internet.
Yeah.
Like you can get Disney Plus or whatever with ESPN.
Yeah,
and you
yeah,
can
because I've
watch
got
all those.
Disney
You
Plus.
may not be able
Yeah.
to watch it live, but you can always watch it on replay on ESPN.
Yeah, yeah,
Plus.
I got you.
And if you're paying for Disney Plus and stuff like that anyway, there's no point in you having
Yeah.
cable.
Yeah, I've got
Because you're not
Hulu, Disney
watching it.
Plus, and
Yeah, you got Hulu, Disney Plus, and
Paramount.
ESPN Plus.
Paramount.
Well, I'm saying
Yeah.
with Disney, you get Hulu, ESPN, and Disney, and then you've
Yeah.
got Paramount Plus too. So the only thing you would need to complete all the network channels is Peacock,
Yeah.
which would give you the NBC stuff.
Yeah,
and,
because
and,
pretty
you,
much
and you're
like
gonna pay $20 a month for those services, which is $60 instead of $200 and something dollars. And if you're
Yeah,
not
and-
using the cable, it's just wasted money, and that could
Yeah.
be more that you could put toward the house too, and get it paid off quicker.
yeah.
But if you get $10,000 and you put that on the principal of the loan, you're going to knock out 5 years worth of payments.
Yeah.
So
'Cause I think the last time I looked, I think it's like 26,000 left, 26, 28. And that's probably a little bit higher, but
if you put that 10,000 down on it, you're knocking out.
no, I take that back. No, it's going to be a little bit more now because the concrete shit for my sister's house when they
And that's
did
what
the
I don't
sewer.
understand. Why is your sister making your mom, 80-year-old woman, take out money to pay for her shit?
Well,
She makes over
all
100,000
all
a
three
year.
of our names, well, on that line of credit, all three of our names are on it.
I understand that, but she makes over 100,000 a year.
Yeah.
Why can't she fix her own shit?
Because she didn't have the money.
Because she blows all her damn money. Tough love, man.
Yeah.
When my daughter and son-in-law were struggling with their money, I told them, no, I'm not going to bail you out because you wasted your money. You got $7,000 back in taxes, and it was gone before the end of January.
Yeah.
You could have put back some of that money. Y'all are going to have to just struggle until you can do it. And I mean, your mom just needs to tell her no.
Yeah. Well, no, what she needs to do is learn, stop telling her damn kids yes and learn to say no.
Well, I mean, your sister needs to grow up too, but I'm saying your mom
Yeah.
just needs to tell her, I'm not
Yeah.
doing it anymore.
Yeah. And so, anyway,
I mean,
neither here nor
it's
there.
because, I mean, your mom likely is not going to be around when that house is paid off. I mean, I'm not saying it. I'm just saying
Yeah, I
she's
got you,
what,
got you.
83, 84 years old?
86.
Oh, 86. Okay. She's 86 years old and you still got 10 years on that house. So, I mean, if she lives to be 96 years old, great. I hope she does. I'm just saying, even if she gets it paid off before she dies, she ain't going to be able to enjoy it payment free. Because, I mean, we don't live that long. Like, your mom has lived past the life expectancy of people these days. Like, she has lived a long time. Like, the average life expectancy for people now in today's world is 76 years old. Which is why
Due to all the stress.
yeah, well, which is why it's stupid that you can only, get full retirement at 72. So, hey, we're going to give you your full retirement, so you can have it for 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. But,
shit.
yeah, I mean, your sister needs to be making payments to y'all every month for that crap.
Yeah. So,
And she ain't done that. She ain't never done it. She ain't going to do it, But that's why your mom just needs to tell her nope.
well, Mama, I got my own house payment.
Yeah,
You
so do
blame
we.
your daughter for that one. You
Yeah,
blame your daughter
yeah.
for that one.
You got your own house payment, so do we. That's what your mom needs to say. We got our own house payment too. I mean, it's not like y'all ain't paying.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in retrospect, we wouldn't have had a house payment if we didn't close in the carport.
Right. For her and her daughter.
Yeah. Well, actually, her and her granddaughter
Well,
do.
her daughter
And then
ended up staying there too. So.
Yeah, and came
And she didn't ever.
came pregnant.
She didn't ever contribute anything. So.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Tough love, dude. That's.
I got you.
She's a grown woman. I mean, how old's your sister?
62.
Yeah. Okay.
I know
They
she's
ain't no-
she's about 6 years older than I am.
Yeah. There ain't no excuse for her to be mooching off your 80-year-old mama.
Gotcha.
And that's what it is. She's just taking advantage of your mom's generosity. I could only tolerate so much, And like I said, I could have.
Well, it's just like when I when they asked me, I told them, go ahead, what the hell, because it wasn't gonna get freaking done. After it was over and done with, I looked at my mom and said, thank you for making me stay 4 more years at freaking Kroger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that's what it did. It hurt you more than anybody.
Yeah.
Because you weren't able to leave. You weren't able to quit your
The
job.
hell did you put right there to your right?
What?
To have that big oak, no, the grass that's got the big oak turn, your 9 o'clock position right in front of you. The hell was there to make such a big divot?
Oh, I flattened it out so I could put something.
Oh,
else here.
like I said, that embankment right there threw me off.
No,
Way.
I flattened it out some so I could. Well, I was gonna put another greenhouse here, and then I realized I could squeeze that one there,
Gotcha.
right up next to that one, because I'm not gonna be spawning pallets out of it. So
Yeah.
So this is basically, I could put something here, but I don't know what it would be.
What about another chicken house?
No, it's too narrow for the chicken house. See how long the chicken house is?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, you don't have to be the big, massive one.
Well, no, but I like that one because
Oh yeah.
so many more chickens, and it's cheaper than the other
Gotcha.
ones.
I mean, but then again, all right, just humor me. That one cannon factory that had those small, even though I know it's 400 something thousand, would it fit in that little area?
It might. Let's see.
I'm just curious,
It might, but it'd be hard to get in here and get the pallets out of it. But
if you try to get the pallets towards your other greenhouse over there.
yeah, let's see here.
Just
Where was that one at?
no, it's gonna have a smokestack on it. And it's gonna be on your left column. 400 something thousand. To be right. Cast all that. Right there.
See where the...
Yeah. I know there's a dump spot on the other. I think it's all on one side.
There's the dump spot.
And what's that on that corner of the building? I thought it was all on one. Yeah, 'cause I see the purple, I see the yellow thing, and then there's a green thing on the other end. So I think it's all on one side.
Yeah. So I'd have to put it in this way.
That way. Yep.
I don't think it's... Yeah, it ain't gonna fit.
Okay. Oh yeah. I see what you're talking about. Yeah.
It would block the pallet part.
Yeah.
The pallet
Like I
part
said, I
would
was
be
just.
underground. I mean, I could dig it back down a little bit, but I don't want it.
I'm just looking at. I was looking at utilizing that space there.
Well, I mean, I could put another one of those productions in, like that exact production right there. I could put it in here.
Yeah.
And be able to get to it.
I mean, hell, you could put that other, like you talking about the one right there by the windmill.
By the windmill, yeah. I could put a second production in of the same thing.
That definitely would fit there. Plus two more, or at least one more.
I could put.
You put two of them there.
Yeah, if I wanted to do that, I just don't know if I want to.
Yeah.
Produce the same stuff over and over.
Yeah. I was looking at the Canon.
Yeah, the Canon one. Now that how much? There was one that was like 200,000.
Yeah, wrong.
Yeah, I keep hitting that button.
Yeah. That sounds familiar.
I mean, there's things that'll fit there. Like I could do a oil pump. Maybe not that one, but well, actually.
Yeah.
I could put the oil pump there.
But that'd be a noisy son of a bitch.
Or the smaller one.
We're a landman now. Wish they'd have it like where it's like a lime green or something like that. That actually says, "Hey."
See, this dairy production.
Oh, that fit perfect right there.
The problem is
yeah, it's on both sides.
You've got the drop off on one side and the pallet thing in the other.
Yeah, if it was all on one, it'd been, or all on one side, been great.
Well, I don't even see the trigger.
I think it's gonna be
drop off. Oh, it's on the same. They're on the same side, actually.
Okay, I thought I seen something.
So, yeah, I could actually put this one right here. I mean, I don't need it right now.
Yeah, that's the one that you're gonna be.
Yeah, this is the one I'm gonna
what's
bring in.
I just out of curiosity, of
course, the dessert factory. I think it's just a little bit too big.
Yeah, because you got on both sides.
Yeah, I mean, it would be tight.
What about the that organic milk one?
Talking about the...
Yeah, the one that does the soy milk and all that crap.
I'll have to find it again. Of course, there's the bakery I could put there.
Yeah, that's true. This is true.
But they're both on the same side, so I could put it in there. What is this? All right, that's just a regular dairy, but it's huge.
Yeah, yeah. Now I was looking at I remember it was like a little small footprint.
I wish that factory worked.
Yeah.
The one that makes all the mushroom stuff. See, I could do a salt production. All it takes is water.
What about how slow is the carpentry stuff?
It's slow, but I really don't want to get into the carpentry.
No, I just knew since you're spitting out so much damn wood, but you're just selling it, right?
Yeah, that's only going to be for so long, though.
Oh, I got you.
Because I'm going to run out of trees eventually. All right, where is this? I think that's another windmill that just does flour and bread.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's huge.
Oh.
Where is that other? What does that make? It makes flour, rice flour, bread, sugar, and raisins.
Yeah.
It's a little bit bigger than I need it though.
Yeah.
See, like
And
all
what is it?
these extra things that don't have outputs.
Unless it specifically sells straight out, which you already tested them, right?
Well, I haven't tested them. I don't want to waste my money. Now,
Yeah. Well, I thought it probably.
it's
Oh hell
used.
no! It's probably one of the ones going testing.
See,
Create another
there's
mount
this liquid products factory, but again, it's got the drop off and the
on
things.
both sides. Yeah.
I mean, if it wasn't that, I could put it like if it was all on one side, I could do it, but
hmm
that would be an extra.
Production.
You know, see, like this yogurt one, it doesn't have a output on it. That's the vegetable factory I was looking for, but it's pretty big too.
Yep.
Yeah. Where
Yeah.
I was trying to find that milk thing, and I overlooked it
Yeah. I
somehow.
wish there was a search.
Oh yeah. I mean, I could put a
Not
small
bothered.
double biogas plant down. Um,
Oh, what about the fish farm?
oh, where's the fish farm?
I just thought about that.
I gotta find it. Still trying to find that distributor. It's another grain mill. See, this is a multi-dairy production, which makes, I don't know why they call it multi-dairy because it's the same as the other
Gotcha.
dairy. It just makes the same stuff.
Probably at a faster pace.
Yeah, it probably is like as fast as this one. Like this one just
Yeah.
makes products way too fast, and it would fit. But
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's
Not a
stupid
freaking
fast.
problem.
It's stupid fast. Biogas. I'm gonna find that thing somewhere. I mean, I don't really need it right now.
No, I was looking since.
Yeah,
Uh,
there's the fish farm. It's yeah, it's not gonna work because of where the
yeah. Yeah, I got you. I was
drop-offs
just
are.
curious. All
Oh
right.
no, it's fine. I mean, plant-based protein factory. How big is it? That's too big. Extended dairy, plant-based milk. Yeah, that one's a little big too.
Yep.
But it would use just grain crops that I already have making
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, and that's one that I searched that has a really high output. I mean, as far as a high profit.
And see, I could make a pallet production one. That's still too big though.
Yeah.
Medium refinery. That's too big. Like I may end up just putting the dairy there. Because yeah, everything's on that one side. I mean, and it fits perfectly right there.
Oh yeah.
So that's probably what I'm going to do. Put the dairy in that spot. I still got to figure out what my next production is going to be. It's probably going to be to the dessert factory because I really want to use. Actually, let's.
Strawberries and all the other stuff.
Well, I want to be able to start using that. Let's see if we can find that one. Oh, where was it? I just saw it.
That one right there.
It is pretty big, but I could put it.
Get rid of the sawmill and relocate the sawmill,
Well,
but you
I could
got so
put
much
it out
shit.
here. It doesn't have to be. Where's the point?
Did you hit B to
No, I'm just looking at. Trying
No,
to figure out.
okay, that's right. You don't have enough money. That's right.
What?
I'm still
No.
thinking of restrictions shit.
I mean, I have enough money. I'm looking for the drop off and spawn points, but I don't see the spawn point. Like which?
That's the drop. That's the drop off right there.
Yeah. So I guess this would be. Well, see,
And
that's a
that's
drop off too.
yeah. Well, that's the. Oh. Fantastic shit.
Let me put it over here where. See if it. So it's got one on both sides. I mean, I could put it right here. Turn it this way, and it wouldn't block anything. So I can put it right out in this area somewhere. If I hit B, let's see how far this way we can see. All this area back here, this whole area.
Wasted. Yep, wasted space.
It's just a parking lot. That's all it's good for. I mean, I could put it right there.
Tore down Paradise and put up a parking lot. Couldn't block that road off going up there.
Yeah, Mike could put it up here, actually. Where I was going to put the chicken houses.
Were you planning on leaving your other chicken house out? Where
Oh,
it's
I'm
at?
leaving. Yeah, I'm not going to move it. I'm just saying, like, I could put it right here on the corner and still have room for another chicken house right there. Let's hit B and see how much it's. Yeah. All right, so it's going to cost 1,000. I don't want it that close to the field though. Maybe turn it this way.
Try to get that trigger on the road.
Which one? That's going to be. Yeah, I'm not sure which is which, but yeah.
I would probably be honest with you, go into another game and drop it down just to see what's wet.
I'm going to drop it right there. I'm going to go ahead and build it. There it is. All right, I was right.
Okay.
All right, let's go ahead and visit. Come on. Save, please. Need to end my stream. I'm already over, but I wanted to get that down. All right, so we're going to go up here and we're going to visit. This is where our pallets will come out. And this over here is where we will bring our stuff and drop it off. And pallets may show up over here too. I don't know. We'll figure that out as we go. But we're going to go ahead and set up this production before we get going. I've been wanting to get another production. We had the money to do it.
Dessert factory.
Dessert factory is right here. All right, so this takes stuff we don't have. All right, chocolate, eggs we don't have. Eggs and milk we don't have. Sugar and strawberries we do have. So let's turn that one on. And then strawberry sorbet, we just got to put water in here. So how much water does this thing hold?
You gonna activate it?
80,000 liters. Yeah, I was just looking.
Okay, gotcha.
All right, so we got to, now once we get milk, we'll be able to turn all these on. We'll be able to do all that. So we just got to bring some water up here. So let's grab our water tanker. And go fill it up with water. That's going to start giving us a little bit of extra product that we can use our resources that we're starting to stockpile on. Now once we get our milk in with the cows, so in January, February, when our cows actually start producing some milk, we'll be able to put milk in this building as well. So yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how it's going to do pallets. But this actually worked out good because it doesn't block our field, and all I got to do is cut down let's see which one. All right, so that is the pallet part, and the other side is the drop off. So the pallets are going to spawn there, and this is where we will deposit things. All right, let's go ahead and fill that up with water. And that's going to be our stream today, guys. I do appreciate y'all being here with me this year. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, that like button, that notification bell. Also, don't forget to leave comments down below. And if you want to support the channel further, we do have memberships, super chat, super thanks, and things like that. Not required, but would be appreciated. I hope y'all have a blessed day and hope